Start.
This is Bill from Cherry Town Tire and Paint. Thanks for your call. Please leave your information.
Okay, so we're going to be setting our own sales calls right now through SMS, and basically, it's all just a numbers game, like most things in life. You got to be extremely careful with your time because a lot of times prospects will waste your time get into long life stories that are just absolutely unnecessary. Yo, what is going on?
Please leave your message.
So, again, guys, when setting appointments, you have to figure out two things. Do they have problems? Do they want to solve those problems themselves? And you're going to be amazed at how many people don't actually want to solve those problems themselves. But again, it's just a numbers game, so we're going to be just running through some of these numbers right now. But on these calls, tonality is extremely effective. Not wasting words, getting straight to the point. And the only way you're actually going to get better is by doing it. So if you're brand new, there is no shortcut. There are no shortcuts. That's the truth.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
That's the truth. And if you think there are shortcuts, you should go and watch, I don't know, a Mr. Beast video or something. So let's see. Come on, answer the phone. But guys, but for you watching this, another important thing too is actually focusing on the right inputs throughout the day. You don't want to get bogged down in creating media campaigns, at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? This is Marco. I'm looking for the owner of Blue Creek Construction.
Yes.
Right, yeah. I sent you a message earlier today about getting more work. Does that ring a bell?
Okay.
Yeah, I sent you a message earlier today regarding getting more work. Does that ring a bell? Well, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, well, I don't want to waste your time or my time as well, so I'm going to kind of just cut straight to the point. So we actually work with, from the message I sent you, we work with over a dozen contractors from across the U.S., but specifically roofing companies, and we guarantee 45 appointments within 90 days. But the point of this call is to see, if we could help you in the first place, and if this is something you would... What a freaking... Woo! Okay, on to the next. The guy was taking like 10 seconds to respond to a thing. It sounded like, I don't know, he was at a job site or something. But you're going to get hung up on, and that's okay. And think of it as a game, too. Think of it as a game, too, because life is a game. And it's kind of like just testing new things, learning something new, and then putting that into actual experience and then making your own opinions from it. And have fun on these calls.
Forward to voicemail. The person you're...
Try to have fun on these calls, guys. Like whatever that means to you, fun, right? If you just continue to hate your situation, hate these calls, then you're going to be miserable and it's not going to be fun. So one setting, just try to enjoy it, try to have fun with it. But of course, stick to the reason of setting, and that's to set a sales call. Don't get deterred by anything else. Don't get distracted by quick dopamine rushes. Another big thing too is setting like 2 or 3 calls and then getting a dopamine rush from it, and then not continuing to set or set your own calls. It's kind of like when you make your first, a couple thousand in your first month, you're like, oh wow, this is sick, this is actually working, and then you kind of get content. But you can't if you truly want to reach exceptional goals. And one of the biggest characteristic traits of those who are successful is insecurity and not thinking they're enough. And it's always about more, 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 more. Money is an infinite game because it's infinite, and so you're always going to want more. But you can't.
This is Keith with KTO for Construction and Roofing. Please leave your...
If you truly want to get exceptional results, you can't be content. Now, it really just comes back to what you want. If you only want to make 5, 10K a month, sure, that's cool. You don't have to think you're doing something wrong if that's what you want by society standards, right? Like, you can do this, you can make 10, 15, 20K a month, and you could just chill and you could do your thing. But there are other people that truly want certain goals, but aren't willing to put in the work because they get content. And that's when they then start to kind of hate their situation because they're like, why am I not achieving what I want? But they're content. They're not putting the inputs in. So we haven't had success in people answering. We're trying. Hey, how's it going, man? I'm looking for the owner of Machado's Contracting.
Yeah, definitely.
Is now a bad time? It sounds like you're driving.
What is this about?
Yeah, I sent you a message regarding getting more work earlier today, and you responded with, let's do it. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. All right. How's that work?
Right, yeah, well, I don't want to waste your time or my time either, but to be honest with you, we're more so a lead generation company. We work with over a dozen roofing contractors from across the U.S., or contractors in general, and we guarantee 45 appointments within 90 days. So again, I don't want to waste my time or our time, but we are a lead generation company. But the point of this call is to see if we could help and how we could help at all.
Well, I mean, the question is, I don't want to waste my time too, you know?
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, if we can do business, I mean, we have to see how it goes. But
Yeah, no,
we
of
have
course.
to talk in the department, not knowing each other, so not knowing what happened, what's going on, who are you, who I am. You know, it's kind of hard to make things move in the beginning, but I mean, we can try and see what happens.
Right, and I mean, being completely honest, we're just strangers to each other right now. But again, the point of this call is to see if we could help, because the truth is we can't help most companies. So is it cool if I ask you a few questions about yours? All right. So can you kind of just give me a breakdown of your company? How many crews do you have? How many roofing jobs do you do in a month? What does that look like?
I mean, to be honest though, I am a subcontractor right now, you know, and I mean, I'm willing to take a step up. And I got 2 crews, so we do 10 jobs a week. We do a job, I mean, it depends, you know.
Right.
We mostly do like 25, 30, 40 squares a day, each crew. And yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, cool. And so like roughly 10 jobs a week. And how are you guys getting those jobs?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm telling you, that I am subcontractor.
Right.
So now the contractor that I work for, you know, he does get jobs, and so they send it to me. They have to do it, but I mean, I would like to get my own jobs.
And why would you like to get your own jobs and kind of do your own thing? Why?
I mean, like always, money, you know. If I get my own jobs, so I make more money, so I don't have to go to a contractor. So
Right. No, absolutely.
Customer.
The money is an important factor as well, but why do you think you haven't been able to do your own thing yet?
Not sure. I mean, I've been working on roofing for 11 years.
Nice.
So I started this company in 2020, and
Hello? I can't hear you. Hello? Maybe you muted me or something? Hello? Hello? I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And, yeah, I mean, the point is to grow, keep growing, and learning more things.
Yeah, so you don't want to rely on other companies giving you work, but rather you want to kind of break off, do your own thing because of the money aspects in addition to what the money can do for you. Does that sound about right?
I mean, to be honest though, to have a contractor on top of me, you know, it is a pressure that I have to deal with, like every day. Sometimes there's chances of rain. I mean, I know how to work. I mean, doing this for 11 years.
And
There's chances of work. If it's more than 50%, we don't work. But it's like 25, 30% we work. We got big tarps. I mean, I know how to do it.
and
But sometimes my boss, he freak out. Like, oh no, it's gonna rain. Oh, I don't want you guys to open tomorrow. Just do 4 squares and then another 4 squares. And, you know, it's not a big deal because we can do it. But like I say, it's I don't know. I would like to be my own boss.
right. And you said the pain or the pressure of dealing with the boss. What else? What else are they doing pressure wise that's like making you want to do your own thing?
Well, you know, the things like, I mean, on my side, on my own, I try to do always the perfect job every day.
Absolutely.
Clean up and do everything the way it's supposed to be. But man, there's always something. Not always, but you know, there will be some mistakes like bundles falling off the roof or gutter damage or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes little scratch on the siding, and I mean, there's ways to talk about it. Like, hey, you know what, you messed this up. Can you fix it? Yes, we can. I always do it or pay for it. You know?
Right. No,
I mean,
absolutely.
the thing is fix about sometimes the boss, I guess, he gets too stressed or whatever, and he starts talking in bad ways.
Yeah, and so
think
you don't want to deal with them is basically what you're saying, correct?
I mean, I would like to, like, yeah, you know, to move on and be my own.
Right, and you do, and yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, well, it definitely sounds like we could help. And to be honest with you, kind of like what I was speaking about earlier, we guarantee 45 qualified exclusive appointments within 90 days to all of our clients, and we work with over a dozen contractors from across the U.S. And what would happen now is, if you're open to it, we would schedule a Google Meet just to kind of show you how we could help. We could run through the program, client testimonials, results. But it definitely sounds like your situation is something we could help with.
All right. I mean, as long as we see, I mean, yeah, we can start and see how it goes.
Okay, cool. And we would have to schedule a Google Meet. So just to kind of put a face to a voice, because I like to build long-term relations with my clients. Now, would later this evening work for you? Your Eastern time, correct?
Yeah. I would say, I don't know.
Would are you going to be available at either 5 p.m. or 5 or 6 p.m.?
7 is too late for you guys?
No, 7 p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern time works. What's the best email for you?
A D C O
Okay, Adco.
at gmail.com.
Okay, and your name?
Gerson.
Okay, Garrison, so we'll speak at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, but also two important things is in the confirmation email you're going to get, there's a video of me explaining the program. If you have time, watch it beforehand. If not, we'll speak then about it and also just accept the invite. But if you have any questions for me right now, let me know. If not, we'll talk at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay?
All right. For now, yeah, and I mean, I would like to know a little bit how that works. What you guys do, how.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm going to break all of that down on the actual call itself. But basically, we guarantee 45 inspections within 90 days, more than enough for you to kind of go off and do your own thing if, this is of a fit for both of us. But we'll talk about that.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, thanks, Garrison. We'll talk soon, man. And I just sent you an invite.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Bye. So that was like a 10-minute set, and quite honestly, a good set is anywhere between 7 to 11, 12 minutes. You don't want to go over that because again, as you continue to dial, you're going to realize how fast time actually goes and that your time is so limited and you cannot waste your time because you're going to get done with a day's worth of setting and then be like, holy shit. I mean, I spoke to the gatekeeper for an extra 2 hours today. I spoke to this guy who just didn't really want to solve the problems themselves and just told me about life stories. But he was a subcontractor. He wanted to break off and do his own thing. And that's what matters to him. It seemed like the most. And you kind of want to dig deep into those emotional pain points on these calls because we buy with emotion, we reason with logic, and if you can kind of touch someone across these calls, there's a higher likelihood that they actually show on the sales call. Now, what I did at the end is I kind of told him the guarantee, and I wrapped it back around to his desired outcome. Now, there were a few questions I could have asked about like the future and why is this important to you now, but it was getting to like that 10, 11, 12 minute time mark, and I didn't really want to speak to him for 20 minutes. Because again, time is of the essence. So you have to keep going, you have to keep dialing, just be absolutely ruthless behind the phone. So when people tell you kind of that dream desired outcome, you kind of want to bring it back to what we can do and how we can help them with the guarantee, with the program. But again, you're not really talking about us that much on the sales call, on the initial setting call. Like I did just here, I overgave value in the beginning, and then that was pretty much it until the end. And you don't really have to do that at the end as well, but it kind of helps with show up rate. But that's one setting call. I'm going to be